Hey there, YouTubers. It's Michael here, doing part 4 out of 6 of my PS2 collection and the rare games that I own in it. I'll get right into it here. First game I'm showing is called Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I do own 2 copies of it. It's one of my favorite fighting games. It has, I believe, 56 characters, which is a huge roster. Whoops. My favorite versus game. This used to be $80 used at GameStop, but it's plummeted in price since when they made it downloadable for PSN and Xbox Live. This is going back up in price. I think you can get one complete for $30. I pick it up now because I think it'll go back up since Capcom lost its licensing with Marvel. All of the Marvel vs. Capcom games should be going up. So pick those up now. I really like this one because it's got the limited edition blue case with it, which I think is pretty cool. Next game I'm going to show is the Mega Man Anniversary Collection. I'm not sure how rare this is. I know it's a cool collection. It's a really hard game. I remember I used to beat the Mega Man games pretty easily when I was younger, and I found this kind of hard. It's got Mega Man 1 through 8 plus kart racing game you can unlock. This definitely is going to be collectible down the road. It's gone up in value a little bit. It used to be $10, and it's pretty much stayed $10 to $20 complete. The next games I'm going to show are from the Mega Man X collections. This is X7. I remember when you can buy X7 and X8 for like $5 a piece at GameStop, and they've definitely risen in price quite a bit. These were a little different than the other X games. These are more 3D style. I liked them. I thought they were pretty fun. They're definitely going up in value. I don't see them going down. So if you can pick them up for a reasonable price, I would. This is X8. Very cool games. And then obviously, I'm going to show the Mega Man X collection. The GameCube version actually commands about $50 or $60 complete. This isn't as expensive. As you can see, I paid $6 for this one a little while ago. And that's actually kind of a couple years ago, I should say. It's a great collection. I think it's got Mega Man X 1 through 6 and another kart racing game you can unlock. This one's $20 or $30 complete, so you know, try to find it. It's a good collection if you like action and platforming and shooting games. Next game I'm going to show, it's been featured a lot in a lot of videos about weird and unique games. It's called Mr. Mosquito. It's exactly that. You play as a mosquito, which suck blood through, or suck blood from people. It's again, a very weird game. It's kind of a niche game. It's a unique game. Definitely worth to add to anyone's collection. Next game I'm going to show is called Mobile Suit Gundam Seed Never Ending Tomorrow. They made a handful of these Gundam games for PlayStation 2. There are a couple others that might be more rare than this one. I think most of them are pretty rare and collectible because you know, you had to be into Gundam to really buy the game. So, next game I just wanted to show. I'm not sure how rare it is. I know they're making a ton of iterations now of Monster Hunter, but this is where it started. You could play this online. I don't know if the online service is still up anymore, but it's kind of a cool game. It's definitely gotten better over the years. This one doesn't hold up as well as the newer ones. The next games I'm showing are the Monster Rancher games. These are definitely collectible and rare. There are 3 of them. 3, 4, and Evo. I only own 3 and 4. The 4th one is definitely the rarest and most expensive. I found this one at a flea market for like $5. I was pretty happy with it. What's cool about the Monster Rancher games is you can put CDs and DVDs into your PlayStation, and they'll create different monsters and stuff. I'm not sure how they did that, but it's kind of cool. Next game I'm going to show is called Mortal Kombat Armageddon. It's the premium edition. Came with like a bonus DVD. Came with art cells. Actually, I have 3 different art cells for it. It only came with 1, but when I owned a video game store throughout the years, people would trade this game in, and they wouldn't be complete. It might be missing the manual or something. So I just went ahead and took the art cell out and added them. I believe there's like Goro, Johnny Cage, and I think I have Sonya or something like that. But this particular version I think is going to become collectible down the road, especially as big as Mortal Kombat's getting. It's making a comeback for sure. So, and that one's not expensive. I think you can pick that one up for 10 or 15 bucks complete. Make sure it has the art cell. Next game I'm going to show has shot up in price. It's a Mobile Suit Gundam game. I think that's what MS stands for. It's kind of RPG-ish. It's definitely increased in value. Like I said, I think it's $35 complete now. But this used to be a $10 game. So the next game I'm going to show is called The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is kind of a collectible game, you know. It's not particularly expensive. It's not real rare. I put it more uncommon than rare, but it's kind of a cool pickup. The gameplay wasn't bad. It was kind of fun for what it was. I enjoyed The Nightmare Before Christmas. The next game I'm showing, just real quick, it's not expensive, but I think it's kind of a unique, rare game. It's The Nightmare of Duraga, Fashingo Dungeon or something like that. Again, that's not expensive, but just keep a lookout for that one. Next game I'm going to show, I'm not sure how rare this one is. I know this is most expensive out of the Onimusha series, and that's Dawn of Dreams. Onimusha games are pretty common. This was a 2-disc game, which is pretty big. And I have to believe this one was definitely a little bit rarer than the other ones. Put this probably more uncommon than anything. But I really like the Onimusha games. I thought they were actually pretty fun. So just keep an eye on those. The next game I'm showing is called Phantasy Star Universe. This is actually the expansion for it that they made the initial game. The expansion is rare and more expensive. And I'm not sure if you can play this without being online and stuff, because I actually don't have the original. I don't know if you can play this by itself either. So I probably should have found that out before I did this video. Sorry about that. Next game I'm showing is called Phantom Brave. I think they made a special edition with the soundtrack and stuff with this too. That one's definitely a little more rare. It's an NIS game. It's not an expensive NIS game. I think it's a strategy RPG. So next game I'm going to show is called Playboy The Mansion. Just a quick note, the original case did come with a hologram Playboy sticker, so that's kind of an extra bonus if you can find it. It is a Playboy, you know, you create your own mansion and, you know, live the life of Hugh Hefner, I guess. This game did not sell particularly well, and you had to kind of be an adult to buy it, so it's kind of a rare game. I only saw a handful of these complete throughout the years. The next game I'm going to show, I believe is a rare game. It's called Pool Paradise. It used to be about $15 complete. I think it's gone down a little bit. It's a pool game. It's not one to add to every collection, but I do believe this is a rare game. Next game I'm going to show is called Naval Ops Warship Gunner, made by Koei. They did make a Warship Gunner 2. Which I'll probably show in a later video. This is pretty rare. And there's another Naval Ops game that I can't find. I've only seen 1 or 2 copies of this game. So it's pretty rare. I think it's gone up in price. I know Warship Gunner 2 has, but it's a cool piece to add to a collection. That's for sure. Next games I'm going to show are 2 of them. Nobunaga's Ambition, Iron Triangle, and Rise to Power. These were not very fun games to me. They're definitely niche games like Dynasty Tactics by the same creators and stuff. They're tactical type games, strategy games. I only saw a couple of these. I'm not sure how much they are now, but they're definitely rare. I don't see them that often, even online and stuff, so, but you can find anything online these days. Next game I'm going to show is called Obscure. They made an Obscure Aftermath, which wasn't as good. It's a survival horror game. I really wanted to love this game, but I just couldn't get into it. Probably because it's got music by Sum 41 and a band called Span I never heard of. But It's not a bad game. Like I said, the survival horror. It took me a while to get into it though. Next game I'm going to show is called Odin Spear. I really like this developer. They did Muramasa, the Demon Blade for Wii, and they're doing another game too. It's got a really cool art style. It's 2D action RPG. It's a really cool game. It's an Atlas game, so it's a low print run. Oh yeah, they did Dragon's Crown too. It's a good game. Definitely a little on the rare side. A collector told me that this was rare, and that's the Power Rangers Super Legends 15th anniversary, and it's not complete or anything, but if you can find one complete for around what I did, $3, a collector said that this was rare. It's definitely worth more than $3, but you just keep an eye out for that one. Next one I'm going to show is called Predator Concrete Jungle. It is a Predator game. You play as Predator. It's a cool game, kind of repetitive, but this is definitely a collectible game. It's not incredibly expensive, you know, 10 or 15 bucks complete, maybe a little bit more, in good condition. Next game I'm going to show is called Psychonauts. It's a Tim Schafer game. Same guy did like Day of the Tentacle, Brutal Legend, another one that's a classic I can't think of that was on PC. But this was a really underrated game. You know, a lot of people didn't pick this up when it first came out, didn't sell very well, and then later people realized how good of a game it was. It's a fun, like, 3D platforming game. I definitely would pick that up. Next game I'm going to show is called PTO, Pacific Theater of Operations 4. This one's kind of shot up in price. All the PTO games kind of are collectible, if you can find them. But it's not particularly fun. It's a warship game, you know, battleship game, strategy. I just wanted to keep out for. The next game I'm showing is called Radiata Stories, made by Square Enix. I beat this game. I thought it was pretty fun. It's probably in my top 20 RPGs for the PlayStation 2, which is saying something. A cool little thing with this is if you ever played Valkyrie Profile, it's got Lyneth from Valkyrie Profile as a hidden boss and stuff. I think that's cool, but that's definitely a cool one to keep an eye out for. This next one, I'm not sure how rare it is, but I thought it was a fun game, and I didn't see that many copies complete, and that's Red Ninja End of Honor. Again, like I said, I thought it was a pretty fun game. You play as this woman who gets trained in the ninja arts after her family's killed or something like that, and it's pretty gory, pretty bloody. It's a cool addition to add, especially for the price. I think you can pick this up for under $5. Next game I'm going to show, I do not own it complete or anything. I think it's just disc only. And that's the rest. It's got the manual, greatest hits disc. It came with a bonus disc and I think a little extra stuff. But that's the Resident Evil 4 Premium Edition. It's a steelbook case. If you can find this complete, definitely pick that up. It's Resident Evil 4 was a great game too. I wanted to show this one, the Resident Evil Dead Aim. This was a GunCon game. You could use a GunCon to play this game, which not many GunCon games were made for the PS2. Maybe like 7 or 8. But this was kind of a niche Resident Evil game not a lot of people knew about or picked up. The same with this one, Outbreak File 2 Resident Evil. This is shot up in price quite a bit, actually. I think they're like $20 or $25 right now. But it's a Resident Evil game. But it's collectible right now. The next game is called Rez. A lot of people love this game. I believe it was a Dreamcast game originally. It's a shooting game with some rhythm involved. I didn't like it as much as people rave about, but it's okay. It's definitely collectible. I think it's held its value at $20 or $30. The last game I'm going to show is called Ribbit King. I paid $3 for it used back in the day. It's got an extra disc with it, I believe. It's not complete, but at least it has the bonus disc. But I'm going to say I didn't find this one too awful much in stores, so just keep an eye out for that one. It's probably pretty cheap still. So, but that's part 4. I'll be doing part 5 and 6 here soon. So keep an eye out, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.